During my research on understanding modern-day polymaths, one of the first questions that I asked my participants was, how would they define what a polymath is? Given their unique experience living in the world as polymaths, their answers showcased a few emergent themes, including, for example, that being a polymath is being more than a dabbler. It involves more than simply being interested in various things, but actually following through on those interests and developing expertise and excellence at them. Along these lines, the participant who I gave the pseudonym Wendy defined a polymath in this way. She said, quote, "You have developed a level of expertise in multiple fields and have continued to pursue it in some degree of excellence. I think there's a difference between people who are going to work in different industries and kind of cobble together a multidisciplinary zigzag path and polymaths. I would say polymaths would be specifically people who have built very discrete skill sets in multiple fields at a very high level and continue to pursue them, separate from people who have been able to build a career across different industries." End quote. There was a consensus among my interviewees that to be considered a polymath, there needs to be some level of expertise and accomplishment that the person has had. Simply dabbling or trying something a few times does not mean someone is a polymath. Other definitions of polymathy included that polymathy involves having a unique career across disparate domains. According to the participant I called Levi, a polymath is, quote, "somebody who has a multitude of skills in various fields, which to the average onlooker, if you will, appear to be completely disparate fields," end quote. Having skills in disparate areas could create unique synergies, as the participant I called Trinity pointed out. She said, quote, "I define a polymath as someone who has passions that they pursue in two completely different areas, and that informs them in both so that it's actually synergistic, better at each because of the other," end quote. Sometimes a polymath may combine their interests into a unique job. The participant who I called Sarah said, quote, "The thing about the polymath thing is, I don't know how it is for other people, but for me it's really about combining interests," end quote. Similarly, Trinity said that a polymath means, quote, "you're able to make connections across modalities and across subjects," end quote. Another common theme among the definitions of polymathy that my participants gave include being someone who's not easily defined by any single field. The idea of not fitting in a box came up numerous times throughout the interviews. Felicity said, quote, "I guess the way I would categorize who I am is somebody that doesn't fall into any of those buckets of being a particular person with a particular career picked out. So I think it's somebody that excels in many different areas that normally we would categorize in different subjects," end quote. In sum, polymaths define polymathy as having a combination of expertise across disparate, perhaps even unexpected domains.